Hello, this is One Man Left. I'm going to briefly answer a question people have asked me about what I do with my Atlas passive tree. Now, there's not necessarily a right answer or a wrong answer for this. It's just kind of what you enjoy. But I'm just going to go over what I do because it's a little oddball. Like, not many people take this. So, long story short is I take Rogue Exiles plus Tormented Spirits. Now, this is kind of an obvious pair of abilities, but very few people take it. Why is that? Is it the best Atlas passive to take? No, I don't think it is in terms of money, but there's a reason I do it. The way I enjoy the game, the way I play the game, the way I make the most money is bossing and deep delve. So I have all the delve nodes, right? I have the sulfite nodes here, sulfite nodes here. If you search delve, I have all the delve stuff. And I typically float between some boss stuff, like Uber Shaper. If I'm Exarch, obviously, I'll take the Exarch nodes. If I'm Eater, I'll take the Eater nodes. When it's time for Feared and stuff, I'll take the right points. But I get a lot of my money throughout the course of a league from Uber bossing. Now, the way I typically do that is I generate invites, I generate maps, and the way you do it is you run them fast. Now, the Atlas passive tree has a lot of profitable options in terms of how much chaos you make per map. You can run Harvest, for example, and just flat out make 30 chaos every map. If you do what I do here, where you block every league mechanic, every single one, and leave Harvest, the chance of spawning Harvest is like 95%. And it's like 30 to 40 chaos every single map. And I did that at the start of the league. But here's where that starts to become a problem. All these profitable options on the Atlas tree, they all slow down the map greatly. So, especially in the Lightning Warp setup, I can clear a map in 20 to 30 seconds. And doing so is about the fastest way for me to generate Guardian maps, boss invites, boss drops, stuff like that. Like for Cortexes, and get Sulfite. So all that stuff happens over the course of the map, and then stuff happens when you kill the map boss. So I'm trying to just basically complete the map as fast as possible. It's kind of the way the game was played back in the day before the Atlas tree. But now you have all these options that are decent money, but a lot of them add straight up 90 seconds to the map. So if I take Harvest and I have to go clear 5 Harvests, you can't speed it up. You just have to wait that time. That adds 90 seconds to the map. So what could have been a 20 or 30 second map is now 2 minutes. So yes, you can look at it as, well, you made 30 to 40 chaos. But the time loss actually made the map 4 times longer. So all these options that add a lot of money per map, they're all terrible for the pace of the mapping. They quintuple the speed. Or the time it takes. So the reason I do Rogue Exiles plus Tormented Spirits is the Tormented Spirit nodes, they do a couple things. They randomly spawn spirits, and they give you crazy quantity for anything Tormented touch. So you'll get Rogue Exiles are always possessed by Tormented Spirits, okay? 30 more quantity of items possessed by spirits, and then there's all the 10 nodes leading up to it, so it's 60%. So anything spirit touched is 60% quant. Exiles are always touched. If you see me do a map like this, it will be just kind of loot explosion-y. Not like juice map delirium level, but for just straight up Alkengo mapping, this is pretty decent loot explosions. I'm not saying it's crazy, but I had a Squire drop from an Exile this league. You get a decent chunk of uniques, so you have some chance of getting a tier 0 unique. But it's a decent amount of currency, and it's a lot of maps, so the map sustain's pretty ridiculous. I'll get 5 tier 16 maps back whenever I get the Exile proc, sometimes 10. So it's a decent amount of loot, and it's a decent amount of maps and whatnot, and chance at a big unique. But, the average payoff per map running this is not anywhere near something like Harvest. But here's the thing. The reason I run it is it does not slow down the map at all. If I didn't take these nodes at all, and I did a map in 30 seconds, me taking these points and filling the map with like 20 possessed rogue exiles does not slow down the map at all. So, of all the options that add currency per map, this is the only one, in my opinion, that does so without actually slowing down the money per hour. Because the other activities I do, like Uber Bossing and Deep Delve, are more money than mapping. So I want to maximize the time I'm doing those and minimize the time I'm sitting there waiting for harvest plants to pop. So I think in terms of like total character progression, money per hour, I'm not convinced this is like absolutely the best option, but it's what I've found, it's what I run, it's what I enjoy. And I don't think this necessarily specifically applies to my build. I think there's just about any build could justify this if they just want to crank out Guardian maps and generate invites. It's not, I'm not preaching that this is the greatest way to play the game, but it is a way that I've tried out this league and I kind of enjoyed. By the way, what's Shaper doing here? Oh, he's bullet helling. We got ourselves Uber Shaper curious what our Atlas passives are. Let's see if we can fill him in. Well, he's struggling. Maybe he's got some friends that can help him. Well, his friends aren't doing too much. Well, anyways, that's all. Enjoy.